Hello. Nãy tôi tắt like ấy lại tại vì nó lỗi like rồi.
But then there are trends which give a lot of money at the moment, in the moment. So this is the shit that you create generational wealth from. The trends, not from the eternal stuff, because eternal stuff normally produces very small returns. And trends are needed to bring new people and the new money into the market and easily launch new projects, basically.
Ây
So it's
da.
all intertwined. For example, the move to earn hype and the step and crap where you needed to buy shoes and hope that some idiot will buy those shoes from you. And when all the idiots buying shoes ran out, it all crumbled down to zero. And only the owners of the project made millions. And thank you very much. Classical bullshit. So, for example, yeah, with the help of move to earn trend, the Steppen project emerged, which made it possible for regular people to enter the market. It was literally that simple. Steppen simplified and which, you have to give it to them. They did some benefit. Somehow they made it like their strategy was genius. So Steppen simplified all functions, basically, so that anyone could use it: grandmothers, children, office workers, couriers, rich, poor, anyone. And it worked until it didn't. So with the help of NFTs, all creative individuals were drawn in and brought hundreds of millions of dollars, if not billions of dollars, of new money into the market. So through ICOs and IDOs, which is a different type of hype, and coin lists, etc., those who know these things know that if you were early in these things, you made millions of dollars easily. People were given the opportunity to launch new companies more easily and quickly, and users were able to purchase interesting coins at a lower price, and some of them pumped and made you money. So then louder and more profitable, the louder and the more profitable the trend, the more money flows into crypto and the more money is made for the crypto bros. So therefore, it is beneficial for the market to support trends. And here are the results of, for example, the coin list trend. So as you might remember, if you remember this trend, this is a very important one.
Hãy ok làm được con
Time
này rồi.
high of the public sale tokens on coin list, Solana on CoinList, I mean Solana afterward, this is the printout of 2021. Solana did far more than 82x. I think Solana did 1000x or something freaking ridiculous. But on a CoinList alone, if you just participated in CoinList, you would have made 82x. Flow did 410x. Near did 26x. Algo did 1.5x. STX did 12x. It has actually, and when all this crap was pumping, it was crazily easy to make money. But now CoinList is dead. ICOs, IDOs, they're all dead. NFTs are freaking, forget about that crap. It's all dead. So that's why, trends, they come. You have to be early. You put in the money. You step into the abyss. You trust your mentor or the person who knows what he's talking about, and you make money. So the same thing with retro drops right now. And if I was actually, that's also a good point, if I was just starting out now and had a capital of $100 to $100,000, I would be doing only this. Because I would be following the trends. I would be finding something exquisite early, maybe early stage, maybe some VC, something with maybe some kind of a project that comes out that has some hype in the beginning and probably is going to die later. I'll be finding something like this, plus I would be doing some active trading. So this, I would be going all into some high risk stuff, to be honest. But when I see these things and understand that this is what I would be using, and then I see retro drops, which have the same outcome potential, the same profit potential, but has at the same time super low risk, the risk in retro drops is almost zero. It is the craziest risk to reward I've ever seen. But we'll get to it. And yeah, basically, so when you're doing this with a smaller capital of $100 to $100,000, within 1 year, the trend can actually bring you initial capital. So it's easy sometimes is to turn 100K into $1 million in under a year, just like with retro drops, for example. And then within 2-3 years, if it continues to work, you can make a fortune. And then you start to get into maybe a little bit
Kéo gửi cái link cái link livestream của tôi vô trong bên Nemo ở lộn bên Discord được không? Đang ấy rồi, lười quá. Không phải lười nhưng mà
for the next 2 years. And this is what I plan to use to make almost as much money as I did in the past 10 years. That's just how it is, guys. When you stumble upon something, you understand how it works, you see it, you understand the numbers, you understand why it's supposed to work, you can make 10 times more money than what you've made in the last years. Because you didn't find the right opportunity, you didn't trust it, you didn't see it, it just maybe didn't happen, the market conditions were bad, and the recent months and years, the market conditions were not the best. So let's figure out why this trend is so cool and why it's such a powerful one. And again, I wanted to remind you that the world of retro drops, I don't want to be, one of those people who just blows smoke out people's asses and lies up front, saying, oh, you'll be able to use this forever and make billions. The answer is no. I think that as soon as retail starts to realize how this is and how this works and that it's how amazing it is, we're going to have so many new participants coming in and fighting for the same pie, same piece of a pie. So basically down the road, we'll probably see a reduction of results by probably 5-fold. So in 2025, 2026, I think you could still make 2-3x on it, but it's not going to be as hyped up. In my opinion, it's not going to be as profitable. It actually is going to be very hyped up, so it's not going to be as profitable. So that's why I want to emphasize that right now is the moment. Not in 3 months, not in 1 month, not in 2 years, now. And let's go back a bit right now. Why were they so popular in the past years? The ICOs, IDOs, token sales, launch pads, and why did these ways of earning produce 30x, 100x, 400x? And why, all these crypto bros, young 16-year-olds were buying Lamborghinis? How is this even possible? Which, by the way, in Dubai, I see every day. It's crazy. All these trends are just different mechanisms to launch new projects into the market. That's basically it. In other words, the method is just a wrapper. The essence is not in the launch pads or retro drops themselves. The ultimate goal of participating in retro drops is to acquire coins in strong projects at an early stage. So I hope everyone has understood this by now. So retro drops is basically you're participating in it. We're going to show this to you here as well. I'm going to show you everything. It's basically there is a project that hasn't launched yet, but we know it's going to be the next Solana, the next Polkadot, the next coin that is going to pump like crazy. Has huge market cap, huge team, etc. And our job is to get into it before everyone else, before it even gets listed on an exchange. This is the point, and this is where craziest money is made. And again, these things used to be available only for Thomas Crowell, a guy who got a bunch of followers, who kind of does insider trades with, well, that's not really trading, but connects with these projects and says, listen, guys, I can provide marketing. I believe in your project. Let me invest into you at an early stage. Or tier 1 funds that provide huge checks, huge money, huge liquidity, etc. So any one of you would not be able to participate. Almost impossible. And now it is a completely different game, and everyone can participate. And there are a few reasons why we'll get to those as well. So if you come to the crypto, not to play around, but to really earn money, some people come here to just, oh, I have $100,000, I'll just buy $2,000 worth of Bitcoin and thank you. So that's not how it works. That's not how you make crazy money. You don't need to, and in general, you don't really even need to buy coins from top 10 list. You must just hunt for the gems, like these diamonds, picking those cherries off of a tree at an early stage. This is the craziest way to make money. Like Carl the Moon, maybe you guys know, a good friend of mine, he made crazy money from early stage investing. He invested in like 400 different projects. And the reason why he did, because he still has huge influence in crypto market, so the projects are happy to give him an opportunity to invest. It's not like you can go to the website and invest. In most good projects, you need to fight for that allocation and the opportunity to invest into the project, because everybody knows you're going to make money, so they want something in return. So, and when the coin is released on the exchange, it usually goes up by 10 to 50 times what you paid, or what the money you've spent on, for example, retro drop farming in this case, initially. So with Arbitrum, we've put in 1,000. On average, we would get 10,000 back in coins that we can immediately sell on the market. And thank you very much. Easy. So no trading, no investing. We complete tasks, we get coins, we sell them. Next, here's the more statistics for you. Here is what users received per account and selection of the gem projects. For example, DYDX, you could have received anywhere from 10K to 50K. Aptos from 1,000 to 3,000. Arbitrum from 2K to 10K, and you can just have a look here. Every single project, these are big, good projects, they actually give incredible returns. Absolutely incredible ones. And normally, even with Aptos or Arbitrum, let's say, to get this kind of a result, you had to put in 10 times. There were young guys who made millions from Arbitrum alone. When they use proper algorithms, what we also possess, we have even better ones, more efficient ones. And actually, they ran everything. They didn't even spend that very much time. All they had was the right knowledge. Information is power. Information can change the world. Information can change your life. Information can do anything. It's all about information. So just imagine, and this, like these results, like 10, for example, DYDX 10K to 50K, and by the way, we might be getting an allocation already, not allocation, actually exiting DYDX by the end of this month, by the end of November. So those of our friends and family who is already in the VIP package, who actually have invested in our farm, they already are going to be getting some money back by the end of November, most likely, which is crazy. The speed of return on these sometimes is epic. So, and just this is what you would be getting per one account that you're running. So just imagine what if you could have more than just one account. And using my retro drop method, you can actually have 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000. Beyond 10K probably is going to be complicated, but in any case, even in some cases, you can have incredible amount of accounts. And this is the difference between regular airdrops and algorithmic retro drop farming. That's the difference. The concept is the same. It's all airdrops. There is a small difference between retro drops and airdrops, but let's not get into those super technical details. It doesn't really matter much. The concept is you complete simple tasks, you get a drop of coins, you sell them, and usually you make on average 10x of your money as to what you've actually put into the project. That's about it. And now, the point here is that we can now, we possess the ability and the knowledge and the algorithm that any one of you will get a chance to use. Actually, that's why stick around till the end. You will get a chance, you will get access to everything. You will be able to have thousands of accounts if you wanted to. So
Ủa,
that's the crazy
100
part.
điểm, không có
Now,
mic à anh?
how to get retro drops? Let's quickly talk about this.
Cho mượn con
There are
Curry
a
đi.
lot of ways.
Ari đi
Each
à.
project has its own. For example,
Rồi,
active
đi chung
members,
không? Thật
people
ơi.
tweet subscriptions
Nhá, nãy giờ đang coi cái
some of
livestream
us
kia
actually
hả?
paid money for just subscribing to their Discord.
Some
It's
fucking
insane.
Russian
I
shit.
think it was Discord, yeah. Performing transactions, testing the swap platform, converting from token A to token B, which is extremely simple. There is nothing simple. It might sound
Còn chơi
complicated,
không?
but don't worry about it. If you can use your iPhone these days, you will be able to do this. Testing cross-chain bridges and blah, 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 minting NFTs, purchasing domains, everything very straightforward. Now, I guess I suggest looking at the examples of a retro drop from Arbitrum to see how it all works. And here is some screenshots of, we took some screenshots where we actually were claiming the coins for each account and then just dumping them into the market. You can see
À
second
rồi,
dump,
cái
that
livestream này
one
lỗi nữa.
that we got was like $2,300. And then we go to the open market, to the exchange, we sell it. Thank you, money made. So this is basically what the claiming looks like. So Arbitrum allocated about $100 million to RetroDrop rewards, and this money came from their initial early stage investors and was spent by the project to attract new audience, increase user activity, and run more tests on their testnet. So the point for them, the reason why projects are doing it, number one, they really want to avoid Gary Gensler. Those of you who are deeper into crypto know what this means, because when you're offering investment contract, it's a problem, unregistered security, token offering, whatever. So now when it's an airdrop, it's not an investment. So they avoid all the problems with United States, which is beautiful, which is amazing. And this is the biggest reason why more projects will be adopting this airdrop mechanic, and they already are, airdrop business model. So that's why, which means that there will be many more opportunities. There already are many opportunities that we are forming right now, and there will be more opportunities to come in the coming years. So also, when they have so many people participating and running these simple binary tasks on their test nets and main nets inside their blockchain, they actually get a lot of engagement. They have a lot of users, which is great for their marketing purposes. So the project becomes alive. It's hyped up, so it's a win-win. And then they just drop you the coins just like they would drop to any venture fund, but they've dropped it as an airdrop instead of the investment contract. So in other words, it all makes
Ngoài
total
còn Ari,
sense.
mốt sẽ
Why
về tiếp
projects
con
are creating
con
money
Zena,
and why people
Zena
are
sắp ra
participating
3S
to make
cũng
money.
về luôn.
That's about it. So
Chốt
it's a
đơn
win-win.
luôn.
And the thing is with this, that right now, when you're getting into retrodrops with us today, you get a chance to do it before everyone else, because this hype is slowly starting to pick up. And I think we have still about 12 months before this goes parabolic, before everyone starts to do retrodrop farming. Within 12 months, when Bitcoin goes up a bit more, when hype comes back, and this is where the supply that is provided by big projects the demand will start to actually reach this supply that is currently provided. Because big projects understand that the bull market is around the corner, but people are not paying attention. They think, oh, crypto is a scam. Like they don't even know what is an algorithmic. They don't even know what an airdrop is for the most part. Some people do, but not too many. So that's why it creates a window of opportunity. Big supply from the projects and no demand. Nobody's picking this up. And we come in here with algorithms to create this demand and make all the money. That's the point. So yeah, to give you a heads up, every user who participated in retrodrop activities received a reward. Every single one. So it was not random. It was not by a lottery. It was very binary. You did a task, you received a reward. So to qualify, and just to give you an example, to qualify for the drop, you needed to meet a minimum of like 3 out of 14 criteria. For example, deposit into the Arbitrum network. Jesus Christ, it takes 3 seconds. It's literally easy, especially when you have a guide which actually shows you in pictures. Step 1, click here. Step 2, click here. It's that simple. So then you had to complete activities for 2 months, 6 months, 9 months. Maybe you needed to, increase a volume of more than $10,000. So, and again, don't get scared. You can achieve a volume of 10K even with $50. You just send it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You might spend some money on commissions, yes, but this is going to be basically your investment into the testnet, into the mainnet, basically, in either testnet or mainnet. And this what would be your investment. That's why I'm saying it's not really an investment. You're spending money on gas fees and on commissions to create and complete these tasks.
Alo,
Which again
Huy
is
nè,
complicated, but we're gonna provide you
Tao mệt mỏi quá bay ơi.
do it.
đang đâu?
Tao buồn quá bay. Thôi tao đi ngủ ở đây. Tao
Trời
tao
ơi,
For you. And to be honest, it might sound complicated because it's
dữ
something
vậy sao?
but it's very simple.
Rồi, ngủ ngon,
So
bye
therefore,
cáo.
by doing of just 3 out of these 14
bye
criteria,
bye.
you would actually be already receiving
Ai
a
buồn
reward.
kiếm
That's
tôi.
In simpler terms, I don't know how much simpler it can be, but you had to deposit funds into Arbitrum and show activity over several months through small transactions. So, such as exchanging cryptocurrencies, transferring crypto, and so on, helping them to bring engagement, a lot of people coming in, doing a lot of volume, a lot of stuff. They also raise money in this way because the money you're spending on gas fees goes to their blockchain, etc. And it's very simple. And all of these actions took a maximum of about 30 minutes a week, depending on how many accounts you're running. If you have a bot, if you, for example, decide to get our algorithm, then you will be able to do it like almost simultaneously, almost passively, almost. And thanks to automated processes. So it's like about 30 minutes a week to receive a total reward of $300,000 across all accounts on Arbitrum alone. That's what we did in our test phase. So what did our investments in the project actually represent? As you can see, to qualify for the drop, transactions needed to be made. There is a small fee for each transaction, plus you need to have an initial deposit. I personally know people who actually entered with as small as $100 into the project, and it was enough to exit with $2,000. And you don't need to take my word for it. It's out there. It's in the news. It's actually just, it's crazy how no one is paying attention right now. Even go to Google Trends on Bitcoin, and you will soon realize that the search engine will tell you that the amount of searches about Bitcoin right now is at all-time low. People are not interested. That's the point. And it's always like this in the bear market. Always. This creates opportunities. And that's what we're doing today. So the majority of users who come hoping to get a reward typically don't have any method or for earning large sums. They might, participate in one project, make $2,000, beautiful, whatever.
Oh, okay.
But this is not what Thomas Crollo is doing. The main feature of retrodrops is the ability to enter with small sums, as well as really big sums. And after all, the goal of these projects is to make entry into crypto as simple as possible. And let's reveal how we got retrodrop in other projects, retrodrops in other projects. So here is Project Arkham, just to give you an example. It's almost embarrassing to admit how easy it was to make money here. We received $150 for just registering in the project and confirming our email. I mean, come on. I confirm my email on every website, but no one ever paid me for it. I mean, $150, and you could have had many accounts. Project Arkham again. On top of that, every user you referred through the referral system brought you in additional $150. Now remember the fact that we used 130 accounts and could invite ourselves, essentially receiving $300 in rewards for nothing. We didn't even put anything into gas fees. For nothing. For free. And you can Google this. It's not a secret to anyone. It was free money. Free. So, Project Aptos, number one, the second one. The project raised about 300 million from top funds and began distributing money to users. They paid around $2,500 per account to everyone who completed the key actions, which totaled about 120,000 people. No one checked if real people were using the accounts. There were no restrictions whatsoever. Anyone could create multiple accounts and earn $2,500 on each. And they provided specific instructions of what needs to be done. Damn. I mean, I know that you're catching a lot of FOMO right now because you could have been there. You could have been taking this money like we were. So, oh man. Now, while some call crypto a soap bubble, a pyramid scheme, and believe there is nothing substantial behind it, others are earning money. And show me how many Wall Street companies can attract $300 million easily at an instant. In one crypto project, 300 mil. And through these retro-drop activities, we earned $122,000 in Project Aptos, having invested $16,000. And it took us literally less than a year to do this. And then Project Sui, we earned $45 for each account, literally for just one click. To get to this presentation, guys, you needed to make more clicks than making 45 bucks in Sui. And the project raised about 336 million, even more than Aptos and Arbitrum. A key, by the way, also a key indicator that the project can actually be fully trusted, because shit projects don't raise this kind of money, mostly. And you know that what you had to do to actually earn 45 bucks? Yeah, so this is the one I was talking about. So it was not Arkham that paid you for subscribing to their Discord channel. It was actually Sui. All you had to do is subscribe to their Discord channel. So if you don't know what it is, it's basically the same as Twitter or Instagram, just called Discord. Project Sui also, we also completed our retro drop activities to increase income on each of the 120 accounts. Each account brought us an average of $1,000, totaling $124,000. But even just for subscribing with such a number of accounts, so you would not even have invested anything, we would have earned $5,400 in a single day. And you could have done the same. Again, anyone could have done it. All you need is an instruction, the right community, and the time to do it. And the desire, of course. So next one is Project Optimism. User rewards started from about $2,000 for the simplest actions. For example, exchange coins for $20 using their network. Easy. Make a $20 deposit on their website. Again, even if you don't know how to do this stuff, they provide such detailed instructions. And we will provide you all the detailed instructions, videos, whatever. Even a 12-year-old child will be able to do this. The money can be always returned, by the way, the money you put into their website, so you can actually withdraw it. It's just an action itself. Lend 50 bucks and borrow 20 bucks. Deposit 20 bucks and hold it for 3 days. Open a trade for 30 bucks. Trade a total of $100. Very tiring, right? I mean, but this is what you get paid for. In total, having 50 bucks at hand, one could easily complete all activities, as there were several months given to do so. And we used about 150 accounts in our test, test mode, and which brought us in a total of about $156,000 with an investment of just 10K. So we made 15.6x on optimism. Again, guys, wanted to emphasize here, really, don't be afraid of all the unfamiliar words. All I want you to understand here is just basic concept of how it works. You'll learn them in the program. You'll understand them, and within a week, you'll have a professional level of crypto understanding. It's no rocket science. You will not need to have any mathematical crazy shit formulas, anything. It's simply following steps. I know it sounds too good to be true, but it is, and we have proof of it, and we've showed this actually how it works and how it's done, and it's replicable. The only problem here is that it's time limited. If you don't start doing this today, you will be late. That's it. That's the only reason. So that's the catch, time limit. So then the question to you guys right now, do you want me to tell you right now about one of the projects that we currently are involved in and how to get a drop in it? So it is not history. It is currently what my personal farm is currently farming. Do you want to know? Tell me in the comments. Do you want to know? I will show it to you. And that is DYDX. And some of the people who already have their farms with us, my insiders, my VIPs, they already are farming DYDX, and they might be already getting a drop. Most likely by the end of this month. It's not confirmed yet, but it's possible. And DYDX is one of the largest decentralized exchanges, so a DEX. And the last time, the project dropped DYDX tokens for successful platform testing, with around $10,000 worth of tokens dropped to one account, to just one account, depending on the exchange rate and completion criteria. And here is just a brief example. I want you guys to see
Con
it. I want you guys to understand
nó
it. So what you had to do, you had to come to their platform, basically. All you had to do is put some money into it. It could have been a small amount. You confirm the deposit. Then step 2, you just open trades. You just put in, if you're a trader, if you have ever used Bybit, Binance, you will be able to do this. So you just put in the amount of the trade. It can be really tiny, really
Ê, sợ bò
small,
không thấy luôn.
$100 trade.
Đi đâu?
And you just basically open the trade and you place a limit order. So that's about it. And then if there were some issues that you encountered, you needed to just give feedback. So some issues with limit orders, whatever, and then send. That's it. And the essence in general of the testnet, of their testnet in particular, DYDX, is to trade with test funds and test the platform's functionality, and that's what actually still works. You can still do it, by the way, but that's why I said it's ongoing. And in the end, provide some feedback on any errors that you found. And to participate in the testnet, all you needed is a MetaMask wallet, which actually, again, if you don't know how to use it, it's so simple, it's beyond belief. I'm going to teach you how to do it. Currently, there is very little competition in retro drops in general. And again, I just want to emphasize, this is the reason why it's so profitable. When people start to wake up, when people are like, holy shit, crypto, Bitcoin, everything is Bitcoin at 69,000, crypto bull market, finally, Peter Schiff finally converted into Bitcoin bull as well. And, well, that's a joke. He probably will never convert. I don't know. But anyway, and then this is where people will start coming in. And this is where, if Arbitrum allocated 100 million to this, it was about 700,000 accounts fighting for those 100 million. And then in the bull market, when this goes mainstream, there might be 5 million people doing this. So therefore, there will be more accounts fighting for the same slice of the pie. Maybe the pie arguably could become bigger as well because bull market, more projects, etc. Yeah, but I think at some point, the demand will start catching up to the supply. So therefore, it will become less profitable to do this. And not many people go into drops because the reward for one this is also another reason why people, even those who know about
Bất
this,
ổn quá.
because I'm doing fundraising right now, and I understand that a lot of people don't understand what it is and how to scale it. And that's why one of the guys said, oh, well, but I mean, you can make only $1,500 like on a drop. Like, why should I get involved? Like, I'm interested in making millions. I'm like, dummy. There is a way how you can make millions here. Have you ever heard of AI? Have you ever heard of algorithms? Do you know that you can connect shit using algorithms? And he was like, okay, now I'm interested. And that's like, I've had so many of these conversations in the last few weeks because actually so far I've raised already about $5 million plus I'm putting in 1.2 of my own money. So 6 million we already have locked in. So and from people, I had so many conversations even with deep people. One of my friends is a developer in Solana. And even he was like, oh, yeah, but I mean, it's like, it's so small, I'm not interested. And I'm like, dude, are you really a developer in Solana? Because have you heard of algorithms and code? And then he was like, tell me more. And then when I showed him how it all works in our code, we're going to show you some of the stuff.
Con mẹ đó.
I'm in. And actually, one of our partners, one of our VIPs already, one of the guys who've taken a seat in VIP,
Tăng điếu
he's
tăng
a
cho.
Solana developer, which is cool. And no one is willing to risk and spend several months of their time for, a small reward. I mean, you would agree with this, obviously. The regular beginner who blindly follows instructions found on the internet might receive their reward, which is a regular airdrop, like $5, perhaps $100, and in some lucky cases, maybe even $1,500. But all of that isn't about life-changing money. And this is not the kind of opportunity to get rich that everybody came to crypto for. That's why big wallets don't even look at it, like algorithmic retro drop farming and airdrops in general, and don't create competition for us because they just don't see the value yet. The point is yet. And you can do it from one account or from hundreds or thousands. And more accounts mean more investments and more chances, and not just chances, the bigger return because it's all binary. In trading, you long Bitcoin, you short Bitcoin, it can go up, it can go down, it can go in fucking circles, whatever. Here, you don't have this risk. You put in your money into retro drops properly with proper methods, all the strategies we're going to teach you, And then you just simply claim the rewards. And the rewards are, on average, there is a math in everything. So it's binary. It's not investing. It's not trading. That's why the risk of this here is almost zero. You complete tasks, you get an airdrop, you sell it, finish. All you have to do is select good projects, which of course, guess what? We will, number one, we'll teach you how to select projects, and we will, of course, give you a full list of what we are farming ourselves. In the program, we will also teach you how to create farms, so how to actually turn airdrops into algorithmic retro-drop farming. And there are many nuances to it, actually, many intricacies. And if you follow a YouTube manual that you maybe can find somewhere, I will guarantee you that you will lose your money. Because some of the projects are actually doing their best. Some projects don't care, but some projects are actually fighting farmers. And if something happens and your accounts get linked, which our accounts have never been linked because we are smart and we have proper algorithm, not some 3 lines of code which a child can write. We have proper algorithms that we've been developing for a very long time. And the algorithms permit us to avoid any kind of firewall, any kind of protection that, any kind of a team might be putting together to actually try to avoid farmers. But even then, most of the projects don't even give a crap, like half of them approximately.
Fuck.
They don't even
Fuck.
care about it. So even if, so it is such an epic time right now. I don't know. It makes me so excited. And that's the thing, this kind of information, maybe, if you go online and you try to learn something about crypto in general, maybe it's okay. But retro drop farming, especially the algorithmic one, there are so many things changing every day that I have a very strong team of analysts that actually is tracking every change in the GitHub of the code of every project. And also we are following
this
every
nigga.
single developer on Twitter, on social media. What are they posting? What are they saying? Because people talk. And you can actually find information that you're not supposed to find. And we have a very strong team that actually does this. So if anything changes, you will be updated about it as well. The algorithm will be updated. And if any changes, you will actually get this information like this, faster than anyone else, because you're part of this community. And actually, we only discovered these tips and solutions after spending $70,000 on testing ourselves. So are you ready to lose that much money? 70K, I mean, we didn't really lose it. We lost a bit here and there on small things, some of our accounts. Like initially, we made a few mistakes, but we didn't really lose much. But in general, it did cost us about $70,000 to run the test. We did pull $760,000 out of it at the end. We could have done a bit more, but now as we've perfected everything, we are ready to do more. That's why I'm scaling everything myself, and finally, in bringing it to you guys, the ready-made product that actually works. And the question then is, are you ready to spend that much money on testing, developing, etc.? And I think I don't even need to check the chat because probably the answer is no. And that's why, please, if you don't want to spend this time and money, then watch this presentation till the end because I'm going to make your life very easy. The ability actually to analyze the project is about, I would say, about 50% of success. But an average crypto expert who can't really deeply analyze and select projects participates in every drop. And that's a huge problem, ladies and gentlemen. Because right now there is about 300 projects you could be farming, and 90% of them are shit, to say the least. So, and it's a direct path to losing money and time. So what we are doing, we know how to actually select projects. And of course, you're going to be getting access to this as well. And when the market is in an active phase, at least 100 new projects are emerging every month. And the key task at this stage is to select what is worth paying attention to and dedicating time to. There are several criteria for evaluating projects, but the main ones are funds raised. So like, who is their existing support? Who has invested in them already and how much did they invest? Because if, for example, crypto crashes tomorrow, which is highly unlikely at this point, but if it happens and projects simply delay coming out because they all want to come out in very good market conditions, they could delay by a couple of weeks or a couple of months. So we want to make sure that they have money to actually survive for a longer period of time. So we are farming only projects that have a lot of money already. Then also their advisors, so which means that their reputation, who is behind them, who is backing them, maybe some crappy influencer with 3,000 followers on Twitter, or some ex-Binance CEO, or maybe somebody from the government, or somebody with millions of followers. We really want to see that. Also, founders and the team, which actually shows their previous scale rate of their previous projects, and in general their reputation. Have they been involved in any bullcrap, any scams, etc.? Their roadmap, their project development plan in general. Is there any utility in the project? What are they trying to solve? Is it real? Is it another phony? What is it? And have they fulfilled on their obligations and promises so far in accordance to their roadmap? And also opinions of close sources. We are part of huge communities where we discuss stuff, really deep stuff. So that's how we do it. And the question then to you guys: would you like to be able to determine within a few minutes which project will become a future success? So that's like us. When I send a project, or I look at the project myself, but usually I trust my team to do it. It usually takes them about a minute, 5 minutes to run through everything and see like all the major red flags, and that helps us to decide whether we're getting involved or not. Probably the answer is yes. And our system is what we combine when we select a project for retro drops in particular. We do very high quality analysis. We dig very deep, and we dig up shit that normally is not you cannot really see it on the surface normally. Then we are doing proper financial management strategy. So we evaluate, we prepare for everything. We have, Excel sheets, spreadsheets. So it's a real business for us. And we actually use a unique method
Nghe
of
đánh
creating
cơ hội
networks
của
of
hoài.
hundreds of accounts. So basically building the farm itself. And in general, this combination here is the gold mine of 2024. It's an absolute gold mine. So, and let me remind you again that with our system, we actually were able to achieve a 10x return in a market that wasn't even growing and remained stagnant and even declined. If you know a way to make more money with also zero risk, it doesn't exist. It just simply doesn't exist anywhere else in the world right now, as long as it's legal. Illegal shit, maybe, whatever. But it's illegal. Legally, there is no way that is better than retro drops. And retro drops in general, this system is my method that I have implemented in the Wolf of Retro Drops. And would you like to know what we plan to do next and how you can replicate our entire experience to achieve the same result? Because that's why we've been working for so long, that we can give you a working method that you can actually replicate and that you can actually use yourself. And let's try again. And I want to see it in the chat. Who wants to enter the crypto market? And when you actually are planning to do this? Like, please tell me in the chat right now. When are you planning to get into crypto? I want to really know. Because if you're not in crypto yet, and the bull market is coming, and this retro drop once every 5-year type of an opportunity is here on the horizon in front of your face right now that you can use to your advantage. So then the question to you is, when do you plan to do this? Yes, I see a lot of yeses, but I think that this is the yeses to my previous question. This is very important for me to understand, like, if you guys are ready to jump in now, in general, into crypto. It's not just about retro drops in general, if you're ready to come in with the right set of knowledge. Right now, some people already are in, so this is amazing. Again, I guess these are the people number 3 and number 2. Right now. Okay, amazing, good, very good. So we have a lot of people who are ready. And the thing is that, guys, the answer is to this, really, it should be right now. Because certainly, there can be any kind of turmoil, market volatility, etc. But the better time to enter, of course, the best time was arguably at $17,000 per Bitcoin, $16,000 during the FTX collapse. But this is when I was telling you on YouTube, please, I'm buying Bitcoin right now. If you want to buy Bitcoin, it seems like a bad idea, but this is the time to buy. I told you. And now I'm telling you that the time of getting into the market, if you haven't gotten it, is right now. And also, retro drops is the best way to scale your results in the crypto space in the next 12 months. And here is why. What will happen with the market next? Let's discuss this. Crypto currently is evolving every single year and is increasingly becoming a part of everyone's life. If you don't get into it now, you'll have to do it in 10 years when the market is dominated by major players and profits will be significantly lower. That's what people, like, they get in at the peak and get out, like buy high, sell low. 99% of people, when us institutionals, like from my side, from Crollo Capital, Crollo Ventures, or my personal retail side, I get in at the bottom and sell at the top. So this is the difference. And the market is cyclical. Right now, we are in a phase of moving out of the flat and turning upwards. That's the thing. Again, next year, ETF, next year, halving, next year, more liquidity from the United States because they cannot keep interest rates too high for too long. There probably will be another collapse of the banks. It's all going to be good for Bitcoin and this crypto industry. And before and after the halving, there is always rapid growth, and it's happening in just 6 months. So you need to position yourself correctly. As a result, in the next year, the cryptocurrency market will be going up. If a portfolio is correctly composed of known coins at the moment, it is possible to achieve a 2, 3, even maybe 5x return. But if one makes an effort and obtains coins from gem projects using retro drops, they can give a 30x, 50x, 100x return in the period of 2024, 2025. Well, given that this is our like worst case scenario is 5 to 10x. Honestly, if we go into the bull market and we actually do retro drops properly, the returns can be much higher. And then if you reposition, if you make, I don't know, you put in 50K and you turn it into $1 million or $500,000, then you take that million or $500,000 and put it into Ethereum, Bitcoin, etc., and you make another 2, 3, 4x, even if the prices will be higher, fine, that's what I'm going to be doing. Everything I make from retro drops, I will be putting into Bitcoin and Ethereum, even at higher prices, to do another few x, which at the end of the day could actually yield me a return of 30x, 50x. And I'm planning that by 2025, I will make at least $100 to $200 million for myself cumulatively, because right now is going to be the time. You can call me crazy. This is my journey, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys every step of the way. I mean, I'm already sharing every step of the way, but you will see this growth and you will be able to replicate it, especially if you become part of
Trời ơi, ai chơi chung không
And I believe that our method of
kiểu
obtaining
bạn
retro
livestream
drops is
không
an
bật
ideal
nhạc
way
được
to
cũng khá
enter
là
the
nhàm
crypto
chán
market
nè.
just in general, which is suitable for absolutely everyone. And for beginners who will just start for the first time, as well as for experienced people who have already made mistakes, lost, and want to return money safely, or experienced and active who already made good money in crypto, and definitely do not want to miss out on an opportunity to make dozens of X's during the growth season. So this is why I'm not launching the Wolf of Retro Drops. This is the reason why I'm now launching the Wolf of Retro Drops program. And we are finally moving on to the presentation.
Man, this motherfucker lại bán khóa
So
học. What the
this
fuck?
is the
Bullshit.
moment, everyone. Now I explained how everything works, how the crypto market works, why right now is the time, how retro drops work in general. So now is your full understanding. Again, we'll answer all the questions later on. If you still have any questions, we'll still get to them.
Múa nhảy và
Now, and we are finally moving on to the presentation of the program, so you understand at the cornerstone, at the beginning of what you currently are standing. And please, in the chat right now, give me some feedback. How did you like the first part of the presentation? I hope that you've learned a lot, and I'm sure that you're now inspired by retro drops in general, which is a very new term, and that's why a lot of people are scared of new terms in general in their life. People really are afraid of everything new, but to make a difference in your life, you actually need to be jumping into new stuff. You cannot have anything new in your life in terms of your desires and dreams, cars, yachts, new people, traveling, safety, whatever. You cannot have this stuff, which would be new, without making new decisions, without stepping into the unknown. That's a huge point. So right now I see, yes, great, 10 out of 10, perfect, good, excellent, great, amazing. Okay, amazing. So I'm really happy that so far you are enjoying this, because what we're gonna talk about now is gonna just blow your minds. So strap in. Now you will learn all the details of the program. I'm gonna present the Wolf of Retro Drops and how it can change your life and how we're gonna be doing all of this together. Now first I want to tell you why I started all of this. And my big goal in general is to create the most profitable, the largest and friendliest crypto community with whom we will create wealth together, travel together, buy expensive things together, bring joy to our families, and take from this life whatever we deserve. Because I don't want to get into spirituality too much here, but we, in general, all I can say is that we live once. We have one life. And we deserve to have, because every person is unique, every person matters. And it's not just, I'm not saying it because of money. I really believe it. You know, I had many realizations in the last few years about spirituality and life and who does what in life, what is the purpose of life. And I realized that we need to do our best to give us and our loved ones whatever they want and whatever brings good, positive emotions, because this is what life is all
Con
about. And most
nó
importantly, without hurting anyone in the process and giving back in the process as well, which usually is on the right energy and the right vibrations, it actually generates an even better result overall.